Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had a wonderful Wednesday. Today we're going to be diving into ADA, and just like yesterday, there is so much to cover. Things seem to be really snowballing for Cardano. We're going to get into it all in this video. We're going to start off by looking at the charts, going over a number of things, bringing up again that MACD weekly cross that we are it's looking more and more imminent as time goes on and as the price continues to uptick. We're going to be taking you back to previous times that this has happened and really highlighting what comes after it, typically a move to the upside. And we're certainly speculating that we're going to see a similar thing take place. But we'll cover everything to do with the charts, also drop down some timeframes. And then we're going to be going into a lot of the news that's currently circulating at the moment. And there's just so much of it. We covered the 23 new Cardano pools that opened up with 62 million ADA plus in them each. The total amounting to around about 1.5 billion ADA. And there's a lot of speculation at the moment that this has come from Coinbase. Are Coinbase potentially doing this for a client, or are they looking to actually implement Cardano staking on their platform? That would be insane, because it would essentially mean that Cardano would offer the highest yields in terms of staking in regards to their other options. And you've got to remember, Coinbase is the biggest retail platform that there is. It's the biggest crypto platform to date. So it would be absolutely huge for that to be the case. We'll get into a number of other things. We're going to be talking about the total value locked, which has just hit a new all-time high again. So we're going to be, I'm going to be telling you why I think this is going to get to the multi-billions. But let's get into it all, guys. There's so much to cover. Let's start by taking a look at the overall markets. Cardano is really acting as a bit of a guiding light at the moment, and we can see it's up 32.2% on the weekly and 10% today alone. So let's dive straight into the charts. This is what we are looking at, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to our MACD cross. When you've had your prior MACD crosses, it's important to make this distinction. You haven't been at such a low point on the MACD. So are we going to set up for a pretty epic move? I would argue we would. And this is the cross that we're looking at. The prior one was here, which led us on the run up to $3. The prior one from that was down here. What I'll do. Down here on the 16th of November, which of course we know what happened after there. We saw this kind of a run up. And then the prior one to that was down here, which of course saw this run up over here. So are we going to see similar price action with the impending MACD bullish cross that we are heading towards? I would argue we are. We also know that we have the Vasil hard fork approaching in June, which is going to really allow for more scalability and more throughput. And you've got a lot of dApps that are actually waiting to launch for the Vasil hard fork. We're already seeing the total value locked within Cardano actually start to snowball. And we've not seen anything yet, ladies and gentlemen. We have 6 dApps currently ranked on here. Really only 5, because ADAX Pro I don't think really counts. But, you know, we're going to get into the hundreds and thus the total value locked into the multi-billions. This is coming. We don't even have stable coins yet, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know that I think they're a major catalyst for not only Cardano's price going up, but the actual total value locked within the Cardano DeFi ecosystem really skyrocketing. So things are looking good. You know, we did say, and we were pulling up all these indicators on the weekly, your stock RSI, your RSI, which at this point here, you've never been so low on your RSI. So it was kind of natural to say that we were going to at least get a relief rally, if nothing else. But could this be the rally that sees us go on and make new all-time highs? Potentially. But there is, of course, a word of warning that we always issue. We have seen, and we'll drop down to a daily, we'll remove the indicators. We have actually seen this kind of price movement before, only for us to sell off to the downside. And the pullback to the downside was largely led by overall market conditions. So Bitcoin essentially not doing so well and dragging the market with it. It's quite typical that that's how Cardano kind of rolls. It kind of works against the market almost. Also very important for me to mention that this run here, Cardano actually almost led many of the altcoins and went on to make new all-time highs. Many of your altcoins didn't go on to make new all-time highs until Cardano had already done it and was selling off. It kind of led the market, if you will. Are we going to see a similar thing? The conditions are there because we also had the Alonso hard fork on that run up, And of course, we're moving to the Basel. So there's lots of great things going on a kind of charting perspective, but also fundamentally, there's even more taking place. Yesterday, we covered the fact that 23 new Cardano pools with more than 62 ADA staked each have been created in the last 12 hours, increasing by about 1.5 billion ADA to the total stakes, bringing it up to 74%. Lots of speculation that this has come from Coinbase. You can see here 23 Cardano pools staked 1.5 billion ADA in 12 hours. Metadata points to Coinbase subsidiary. And they're talking indeed about Bison Trails, which is a company that Coinbase acquired. Is this potentially, you can see here, this is their kind of follow-on. Well, wallets have been funded 2 months ago from enterprise addresses. The pools don't have a homepage or description defined in their metadata, hosted on Bison Run, a domain registered in 2019. And you can see the strongest clue for now is that the pool's metadata are hosted on the same Bison Run domain. Also used by bisontrails.co, Bison Pool, now part of Coinbase, and those homepages point to it. So they're essentially calling Coinbase out here and saying that these wallets are likely linked to Coinbase. Are Coinbase doing this for a potential big client? Or are they looking to potentially offer Cardano staking rewards on their platform? That would be huge, and that would massively appeal. If you think most people, where did you start buying crypto? It was on Coinbase. And if you think about the fact that they would essentially offer, right now you currently have Algorand, Cosmos, of course, ETHEREUM, or ETH2, and Tezos up for as your staking options. Imagine if Cardano actually entered that race and they would offer a higher yield than the others. It would be huge and really, I think, push a lot of new retail into ADA, which would be fantastic. But we don't know that that's the case. Just a bit of speculation on my part, bit of speculation on Pool PM's part, or Pool.pm's part, but they've kind of backed it up, their reasoning why they think that these wallet addresses or these stake pools are linked to Coinbase. So very, very interesting. Coinbase introduces new platform that allows users to buy NFTs and access DeFi. On the back end of that, Coinbase are trying to get involved with the DeFi boom that we are yet to have, not just for Cardano, but generally. We've stressed this time and time again, and this is another sort of proof of it, that crypto is tiny. Yes, we know that people have heard of crypto. We know that, it's been an increasing number of people that have bought it. But when you think about people that use it, it's negligent. It's pretty much non-existent in the grand scheme of things. This is all to come. And if crypto really grips the world in the way that I think it will, the market cap is the sky's the limit, really, guys, because of the uses that crypto can actually fulfill. So let's talk about this. Today, we witnessed the 4 millionth Cardano NFT being minted with 50,000 distinct mint policies. As we scale throughput, this pace will increase digital sovereign ownership. Has never been so easy or secure. And that is indeed the case. So congratulations to Cardano. It's anybody who has used, and we have been covering NFTs, CNFTs, anybody that's bought NFTs on Ethereum will know that it's expensive. It can be quite a cumbersome task, whereas on Cardano, it's very simple and cheap to do. And I think that in regards to the Cardano NFT space, it's not seen any kind of real volume yet. And I'm actually very bullish on Cardano NFTs. I own a lot of CNFTs, and we have been covering them increasingly. Let's talk about the total value locked in the Cardano ecosystem. We're at 420 million currently. This is a new all-time high, essentially only with 5 dApps noted. ADAX Pro doesn't really count, or I certainly wouldn't really count it at this point. But essentially, this is 5 of hundreds that are coming, ladies and gentlemen. And even if you just say there's going to be 100 as a flat line, if you think about the fact that 5 has put 420 million into the total value locked within the Cardano ecosystem, 10 times that at 50 would essentially, give you 5.2 billion. Times that again, if there was only 100, would give you, 8.4 billion. We're going to get into the tens of billions, let alone the billions, guys. It is coming. Is it a matter of when, not if at this point? Just along with, when are we going to see new all-time highs? We will see them, but we potentially have took a different journey to get to the same destination that we've always had in mind. Cardano is a blockchain that have really done things the right way, in my opinion. We will see this year is going to be massive for ADA. Not only are we seeing all of the ecosystem be built out, but we're seeing the implementation of things like Hydra, or certainly some of the heads of Hydra, which Cardano could potentially end up infinitely scalable if you really understand what Hydra does, providing the conditions are met with stake pools. It's certainly something I look to as a stake pool operator to take part in. It's going to be a huge year, guys, and it's really everything that has been built before this is going to be put to the test. This is going to be the year of not telling, but showing what Cardano can do. For the past, Cardano only really hit the markets in 2017. It was worked on a little bit prior to that, and was really created off of a splinter off of Ethereum, if you will, to be an Ethereum competitor. It's been really peer reviewing everything, coming up with theory based on it, and now it's implementing that. And this is what we're going to get this year. This is why I'm so bullish on ADA. I really think that we haven't seen anything yet, ladies and gentlemen. And there's plenty of things that kind of back that up. And we've got the Cardano to vastly increase transaction throughput as Vasil hard fork gets scheduled for June. This is going to be huge. Again, if you look at what's happened on previous hard forks, we've always had a run up to the hard forks. We'll remember this one very, very well. And certainly we covered the Mary hard fork and the Shelley hard fork on this channel. And are we going to see a similar thing take place? Compound that with the fact that if you look at your MACD, where it is, every time you've had this kind of bullish cross, we've seen that continuation to the upside. And it's actually been a significant move. That was the case back here, and back here. And you've also got similar conditions with hard forks, hypes, whales buying. It's a perfect storm that is now at play for Cardano, in my opinion. So that is really all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. We covered quite a lot in this video, so apologies for it being lengthy. If you've enjoyed this content, a like is always appreciated, so is a comment. And of course, if you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, it does me the world of good on this channel. And remember, we do have the stake pool, ALLIN is the ticker. So that's all I really have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. See you all in the next YouTube video.